Welcome to Living History Channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one.
An American soldier and a Mexican rebel stand on opposite sides of the border in the early 20th century. This rare shot captures the stark gear contrast and the intense frontier tension during a period of cross-border conflict and change. Bogart and Hepburn share a quiet moment on the Sabrina set in 1954. This candid shot perfectly captures the contrast between his rugged intensity and her youthful elegance during the peak of Hollywood's legendary golden age. Twin brothers found themselves on opposite sides of WWII, one in the German Wehrmacht and the other in the U.S. Army. A powerful, tragic testament to how global conflicts could tear families apart and place brothers in a deadly face-off. A powerful vintage warplane stands poised on the tarmac, its sleek silhouette a symbol of bravery. This aircraft represents the technological edge and engineering mastery that defined aerial warfare and combat in the mid-20th century. Gina Lollobrigida on the set of Trapeze in 1956. This stunning shot captures the legendary Italian actress at her international peak, embodying the grace and strength that made her a global icon of the silver screen for generations. December 1949. Santa Claus rides a motorbike through London's Oxford Street. This whimsical stunt, featuring a giant teddy bear, was a heartwarming morale booster for a post-war city, bringing much-needed smiles to children and adults. Michael Whitman and his Tiger I crew on the Eastern Front in 1943. This colorized image vividly captures the harsh winter conditions and the formidable, chilling presence of the German Panzerwaffe during the height of World War II. A bold silhouette and a charm that rewrote the rules of temptation. She was the screen's forbidden flame in the 1980s. A woman who rose from ordinary beginnings to claim an entire cultural era as her own with sheer precision and grace. Laughter echoes between the uniforms, a rare human moment amid the chaos of war. Captured in a fleeting instant, these men wear smiles that disguise their deep exhaustion, uncertainty, and the heavy, lingering weight of global history. A beautiful glimpse into French tradition, a woman in a small Breton village meticulously preparing crepes around 1900. Her traditional lace headpiece represents the enduring culinary heritage and the quiet, simple life of old Brittany. Before the world knew her as Marilyn Monroe, she was Norma Jean. This 1943 photo from Catalina Island captures a 16-year-old girl at the start of her first marriage, living a quiet life before her legendary transformation into a star. A lone crew member walks across the ice-encrusted deck of the British cruiser HMS Scylla in 1943. This haunting image vividly illustrates the brutal environmental challenges and freezing conditions faced by sailors during Atlantic patrols. The interior of Bishop Hardware and Plumbing in 1906. This fascinating photograph captures the essence of a bygone era, featuring classic clawfoot bathtubs and wooden shelves lined with the very tools that built the early 20th century. Medical personnel providing life-saving aid to wounded Marines in 1943. This intense scene shows Lieutenant Joseph Humbert and his team preparing plasma units in the sweltering heat of a raid behind enemy lines during the Pacific War. Men of the 4th Special Service Brigade aboard landing craft heading toward West Capel. This powerful image captures the commandos in their iconic green berets, just moments before one of the most intense amphibious assaults of the war. Step into the glamorous world of old Hollywood with the iconic Jane Russell. Known for her striking presence and talent, this image captures the star who challenged conventions and became a global symbol of beauty and strength on screen. Survivors from the battleship Bismarck are pulled aboard HMS Dorsetshire on May 27, 1941. Out of a crew of 2,200 men, only 114 survived after the pride of the German Navy was sunk following one of the most famous naval chases in history. British archaeologists Lucas and Mace, working on a statue in Tutankhamun's tomb, January 1924. This rare glimpse into the Valley of the Kings captures the absolute precision and wonder of the early groundbreaking days of modern Egyptology. A portrait of a dapper man named J. Bond in Texas, circa 1880. With his stylish overcoat and hat, this image captures the refined side of the American frontier, preserving the story of an architect courting his future bride in the West. The Memphis Belle, a story of a flying fortress, 1944. This historic aircraft and its crew became legends after being among the first B-17 bombers to complete 25 combat missions over occupied Europe and return safely to the United States. Gina Lollobrigida in Portrait of Gina. This elegant shot captures the legendary actress in a moment of quiet reflection, reflecting the timeless beauty and sophisticated charm that made her an icon of European cinema during the 1950s. Reversed Fates. A Jewish prisoner, newly released from a camp, holds a former Nazi guard at gunpoint. This raw image captures the immediate aftermath of liberation, a scene where the oppressed finally confronts the oppressor at the end of a dark era. A Venetian canal in 1897, captured by the legendary Alfred Stieglitz. This atmospheric image transports us back to a quieter era, where the soft reflections on the water and still gondolas evoke a sense of romance and the spirit of the floating city. The life of Louise Trulliez, a French teacher who became a hero of 2 world wars. From leading escape networks in 1915 to joining the resistance in her 50s, she faced death and torture with an unshakable moral compass that refused to ever bend. This film is celebrated for blending Chaplin's iconic slapstick comedy with sharp social commentary on the difficult immigrant experience in America at the turn of the century. Private First Class Lawrence Sally, just 20 years old, pictured before his ultimate sacrifice in 1967. His unwavering determination and commitment to his comrades are forever etched on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, a symbol of Marine Corps valor. The legendary stagecoach Mary Fields, America's first black female postal worker. Born into slavery, she rose to become a hero in Montana, protecting the mail with a rifle and revolver, unfazed by blizzards or outlaws well into her late 60s. A rare and elegant moment from 1979. Jamie Lee Curtis stands alongside her mother, the legendary Janet Leigh. This photograph bridges 2 eras of cinema, bringing together the stars of Psycho and Halloween in a display of Hollywood grace. The spotlight loved Mimi Mansfield, and she loved it back with poise. Behind the glittering screen was a young woman who turned every rehearsal into art. Who was the ingenue that left all of Hollywood enchanted? Meet the captivating Mimi herself. The Battle of the Somme, 1916. A brutal testament to the cost of war. By the end, over 1 million men had fallen, for an advance of just 7 miles. As one officer called it, a muddy grave, a victory so expensive it felt like a crushing defeat. On November 21st, 1934, a young Ella Fitzgerald's life changed forever at the Apollo Theater. Picked to perform as a dancer, she made a last-minute decision to sing instead. That choice won her amateur night and created the First Lady of Song. A moment of pure Hollywood history. Shirley Temple and John Agar as bride and groom at their 1945 wedding. This rare photo captures the transition of America's beloved child star into adulthood, stepping into a new chapter amidst post-war glamour. Soldiers of the elite Brandenburg Special Forces during Operation Dora in the Sahara, 1942. Known for mastery of unconventional warfare and covert operations, these units were among the most effective and mysterious forces of the World War II era. The Pulsar, a revolutionary combined computer calculator and wristwatch introduced in 1975. A high-tech marvel of its time, it symbolized the dawn of the digital age, bringing the power of computation to the wrist and changing technology forever. Joan Crawford at the height of her dramatic prowess in the 1955 film Queen Bee. She embodied the ruthless Eva Phillips, a performance that cemented her reputation as one of cinema's most formidable leading ladies, draped in sharp 1950s elegance. A meeting of minds. Leonard Nimoy, in his iconic Spock years, laughs with Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, circa 1965. This rare moment captures the early days of a franchise that would go on to redefine science fiction for generations. Madonna in 1985, at the height of her Like a Virgin era. This iconic image captures the rebellious style and magnetic energy that defined a decade, showing a young artist who didn't just follow trends, but created a massive cultural revolution. Grand Admiral Erich Raeder, pictured in 1942. As the commander-in-chief of the Kriegsmarine, he was the primary architect of Germany's naval strategy, building a fleet that aimed to challenge the dominance of the seas during the early years of WWII. A chilling discovery of World War II relics, unearthed from a hidden German bunker. The remains of a soldier, alongside his helmet, serve as a stark, visceral reminder of the human cost of war. A story buried for decades, now finally brought back to the light. The epitome of French elegance, Brigitte Bardot at the 1962 Paris premiere of The Soldier's Rest. With her signature hair and captivating presence, this moment defines an era where Bardot was a global icon who commanded every room she entered. A rare look at Chris Christopherson before he became a music legend. In the 1950s, he was a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford, but duty called him to the U.S. Army as a Ranger pilot, long before he pursued his true calling in songwriting and country music. A masterclass in naval engineering, the 20mm Oerlikon gun. By balancing the weapon's massive weight at its center of gravity, engineers allowed gunners to aim with their shoulders alone, giving crews the fluid movement needed to track fast threats. A portrait of raw courage, Catherine Leroy, the legendary war photographer in Vietnam. In 1967, she became the first woman to parachute into combat. Even after being captured in Hue, her dedication to capturing the truth of war remained unshaken. A rare glimpse into the Ottoman-era Hijaz. Harb tribe members in traditional attire alongside a woman from Mecca, 1873. Captured by Pascal Seba, this image stands as a timeless testament to the rich cultural heritage of the Arabian Peninsula. Sophia Loren, the embodiment of Italian glamour and cinematic fire. This iconic portrait captures her in a red velvet gown, a vision of elegance that defined the global standard for beauty, commanding the screen with strength, passion, and grace. In 1955, three men set sail from Minnesota on a homemade raft built from barrels. For power, they used a $15 1939 Chevy, rigged so its wheels turned the propeller. Their month-long journey to New Orleans was a legendary test of true American grit. A warm glimpse into a mid-century American kitchen during Thanksgiving. This moment captures the essence of a bygone era. The hum of the vintage fridge, and three generations of women working in harmony, sharing traditions through recipes and talk. A striking look at military history. Motorcycle riflemen during a training ride in 1935. Wearing gas masks and sidecars, these units represented the rapid transition toward motorized warfare, where speed and defense became the new global standard. A raw moment from the Bougainville Campaign, 1944. Inside a pillbox, PFC Thomas Mahalko mans a machine gun, while S. Sergeant Donald Yonker stays alert. In the Pacific heat, these men stood watch, embodying the grit and vigilance of intense jungle war.
Thanks for watching. I'm always hunting for lost photos and untold stories. Got a time period in mind? Let me know in the comments.